editor of FashionNZ.co.nz. Today we're talking with the royal family of denim in New Zealand, Helen and Chris Cherry from Workshop. For viewers outside New Zealand and Australia, Chris, can you give us an overview of Workshop?
Well, we started way back in 1980. Back then we were strictly manufacturing retailers, I guess you'd say. We started making, one of our first product lines was denim, and that's remained one of our strong lines. I guess what we were doing back then didn't really have a name, but what it turned into, I guess, was streetwear. Workshop came from, I guess the idea was twofold. One was that it was kind of workwear, but also the workshop comes from, I guess, something like a sense of craft or handcrafted, which obviously the brand has grown a little bit further from that, but that's kind of the roots of the brand.
So today we've got Workshop stores in Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch?
Yep, two in Auckland, the one we're in now, which is, I guess, the flagship and my current favourite.
The label's stocked outside the stores too, I believe?
Yeah, absolutely, throughout New Zealand and into Australia.
Okay. Now, Helen, many years ago you started your career in Elizabeth Findlay of Zambezi's Workshop and spent 4 years there. Yes. I wondered what you took from that time.
Oh, lots of great things. It was a fantastic experience for me. It was my first kind of big job, and I started as Liz's pattern maker, but after a while, as the company grew, we employed a pattern maker, and then I became more like Liz's assistant, and I travelled to Japan with her a couple of times to purchase fabrics. I did wholesale selling. I worked retail in the Zambezi stores. I managed the company for them when they, went away on holiday with the children from time to time, and just grew with the business. And it was a fantastic experience for me.
Now, Chris, before Workshop denim became a household name amongst fashion lovers in New Zealand, there was the Workshop linen shirt, and some of our younger viewers won't have experienced that phenomenon. Can you remind us about that?
Yeah, it was very much an 80s thing. It was oversized. It came in about, hundreds of colours. It was quite a trick, really. We were doing a lot of, it was all about 100% cotton in those days, and we were doing a lot of garment dyeing, and I came across this just hugely heavy, stiff, nasty-looking, really, linen. But I just had this idea that dyed it would look fantastic, and in fact I had to argue with the guy who was running the dye works. He said, "Nah, you just can't do it. You can't dye linen like that." And I said, "Look, just chuck it in with the cotton, see what happens." And it came out, and we were all like, "Whoa, this is really something." And he was like, "Come and have a chat, young man." I think.
Helen, you and Chris have worked closely with a lot of artists over the years. What initiated that?
Well, I'm afraid you have to talk to Chris about that, because that really is his passion, and it comes from Chris's passion for art.
It's really just an extension. It's really just an extension of, I guess, a personal interest, and also I guess it comes back to our philosophy of authentic and original.
Which of the artist's T-shirts are you wearing today?
This is Mr. Popplewell. It says, "Am I the only scoundrel and bungler alive?"
Love it. Tell us about your beautiful import labels.
Okay, well, yes, we have some beautiful import labels. Miu Miu is our latest acquisition. Well, when I say latest, we've had it for 4 seasons now, I think. But it's probably our most prestigious import label, and it's working very well for us. And then for this season, we've introduced 2 new brands, Alexander Wang, who's an up-and-coming American designer out of New York, and 2812, which is designed by Savannah and Sienna Miller, and that's out of London, and that's very cool.
But let's not forget Marc Jacobs and C by Chloe and Vanessa Bruno. They're also very important and very cool.
Is it occasionally just a little bit surreal being in those international showrooms and buying those amazing labels?
Yes, particularly Miu Miu, because it is Prado, and they're one of the best design houses in the world, and I buy from this beautiful palazzo in Milan, and there's lots of international buyers there when I'm there, and that's when that is quite exciting, because there's people from, you know, Brussels and from all sorts of cities all over the world with amazing fashion retail stores.
Now, you've got 2 sons. How will you feel if they decide to follow in your footsteps?
Good luck to them. Our oldest son, I don't believe that will happen. He's set on a career in film. Our youngest son's only 6, so it's very early days yet. But look, if either of them wanted to ever do it, then, you know, we wouldn't discourage them.
So Chris, this is your favourite piece from the Workshop Denim Spring-Summer collection.
Yeah, well, it's spring-summer, but it's part of the ongoing denim collection. What I like about it is it's just completely authentic, I guess. It's made on antique Japanese shuttle looms, which is kind of how denim used to be made, and it has a real character, as you can see. Completely handmade, and also made from old-fashioned plant indigo dye. So it's sort of like the real deal, I guess.
And Helen, this is your favourite from the Helen Cherry collection for spring-summer?
It's one of my favourites. This is our Riviera print, and it's a silk georgette print that's exclusive to Helen Cherry. But yes, this dress is one of my favourites because it's quite luxurious, because it's a long dress and it's got this fabulous floaty sleeve detail. I imagine that would be gorgeous for lounging around the pool in the summer. Fabulous, and I guess, you know, flattering for us in a particular way, but at the same time, like any business, you have to be very passionate about this business to make a success of it, and it is very hard work, and you have to keep up that consistency with the quality of your product, and just grew with the business, and it was a fantastic experience.